The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is arguably one of the best cameras out there, but that don't mean that DJI can't make it a little better. So in this video, I'm gonna give you my suggestions on how DJI can improve the Osmo Pocket 3. Let's go. What up, y'all? Tight Shirt Terry Warford. I'm back with another video. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Remember to be thankful for your freaking life today because you ain't have to have that. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, I actually need to color grade this video because right now we're in D-Log M on the Osmo Pocket 3. For you newbies, this is a super flat color profile that offers you way more flexibility and post for color grading, but you have to convert it to a normal color space, then color grade it, and I made this easy for you. So I made 9 custom LUTs that will handle the conversion and the color grade for you. You only need to drag it and drop it on top of your footage and whatever your favorite editing program is, and I actually like the way this one looks right here. I made 9 of them for you to make it easy. Link is in the description. Make sure you grab them. I know in the intro I talked about how the Osmo Pocket 3 needs some things to go from great to amazing, but I first need to give the Osmo Pocket 3 its due respect. The Osmo Pocket 3 is literally my favorite camera. I use it for freaking everything, and I got like 40 cameras, okay? I use it for stuff like this, for vlog stuff. I use it for the gym. It's the perfect workout camera because it's so small. Put it on a magnetic mount and just stick it to machines and film yourself without a freaking tripod. It's amazing. I use it for roller shots using the MoveMax blade arm. I got a whole video about that. The Osmo Pocket 3 is such a versatile little camera, and it was already amazing when it first came out, but DJI, since its release, has come out with like 40 freaking updates to make it even better, but I still think they got a little ways to go. So I'm gonna start off with my first 2 problems, and this is not the rag on the Osmo Pocket 3. This is more or less feedback for DJI, and I'm all over the place right now, but I know so many people with this camera, and a lot of us are advanced users, so we might not speak for everybody, but there are a lot of advanced users out here, and the things I want to recommend are feedback from all of us together collectively. Starting with now, the first 2 things, which is we don't have a preview LUT when we want to use D-Log M. Every other camera that I own, when you film in a log profile, the camera gives you an option to give you a display preview LUT to let you know what it will look like after the footage has been converted to a normal color space. Well, that's missing from the Osmo Pocket 3. So that's my first request. DJI, give us a preview LUT option in the camera. Even if it's not baking it into the footage, I just want to see it. The second option is I'm going to go ahead and turn on tracking, okay, by double tapping my face. Now, tracking is amazing because the gimbal will follow us around. But when you are close to the camera at typical filming distances, this is what happens, because nobody literally stands still like this to film, right? People move around. I jive this way, I go this way while I'm expressing myself, and as you see, this becomes distracting when I'm this close to the camera because the camera is trying to track my every single little movement. DJI, please give us an option to adjust the sensitivity of the tracking. Give us a low, medium, and high option so my freaking camera doesn't look like it had too much coffee trying to track my every single little move. I think it's important to remember that what I'm asking DJI to do with the Osmo Pocket 3 is not, in my opinion, outside the scope of what it's capable of. I'm not asking them to add waterproofing or anything like that. These are firmware things that I firmly believe the Osmo Pocket 3 is capable of. DJI just hasn't done it yet. So the fact that slow-mo mode and low light mode are not available in portrait, that is something that really boggles my mind on why they aren't available. I mean, it's not like the Osmo Pocket 3 was only marketed as a landscape camera. No, it's marketed for landscape and portrait shooting. And to my, somewhat technical knowledge, to film vertically from 4K to 3K shouldn't involve a whole lot of processing that would otherwise rob the Osmo Pocket 3 of its capability to film these things in portrait mode. So DJI, please give us an option in slow-mo and in low light mode to film them in portrait mode. But I want to go ahead and move back to slow-mo mode. I don't understand why there's a separate setting for it. There's a video tab and then there's a slow-mo tab. For me, it will make more sense to just put the higher frame rates into the already existing frame rate menu. I don't understand why we need a separate slow-mo option. Maybe it's for marketing or something like that. Doesn't make sense to me. It's just extra for no reason. Also, I do appreciate the fact that we can now use D-Log M in slow-mo, so that's fire, but we can't use D-Log M in low light mode. Now, low light mode, I'm willing to give it a pass on the D-Log M thing, but I just don't understand why, again, we can only film it in landscape And also, why we need a separate menu for it. In my opinion, it makes more sense to just put the increased sensitivities in the ISO menu and maybe gray them out when they're not available. An extra menu for me is not necessary. It's just extra, you know, fumbling through the menus that I don't want to do it. It's getting real hot out here. I almost forgot my tripod, and I also forgot to mention 4K vertically. DJI, why not? I just don't get it. I mean, it's not like 3K 30 is not enough for social networks, okay? Most social networks are only, you know, showing 1080p anyway. So I'm not saying that it's a huge deal. And 3K, to be honest, is more than enough on a 1080p timeline to recompose and all that other good stuff. But it just boggles me. If it's there for 1:1 at 2160p and 16:9 in 4K, why wouldn't we be able to have a 4K vertical option? I just don't get it. DJI, please give it to us. I promise you, we will all love you for it. Am I making you mad by holding this microphone? Am I triggering you? Am I pissing you off? Deal with it, okay? All right, so one thing that's really reared its ugly head to me while using the Osmo Pocket 3 is the fact that I can only lock the gimbal by holding down the joystick. I can't toggle it on and off. I can't do anything like that. The only way I can lock it is by freaking holding the joystick down. Now, for y'all that don't know what gimbal lock is, most gimbals have an option to lock the gimbal straight ahead to the front. It doesn't matter what the gimbal does, or in this case, the Osmo Pocket 3 does. How you know, no matter what you're doing with your hands, the gimbal will stay pointed forward. Let me tell you why this was such a problem for me while using the Osmo Pocket 3 for rollers, which is absolutely amazing. That it's such a fire camera for capturing rollers, motorcycles, cars, and all that other stuff. I'll leave a link in the end card, and again up there earlier in the video, you can hit the card up there. But the problem is, let's just say I'm going downhill filming another car, right? Well, the gimbal is also tilting at the same time, which I don't always want that. And of course, if the Osmo Pocket 3 is mounted to the side of a freaking car, I can't go out there and hold down the thumbstick to lock the gimbal straight ahead. So DJI, please give us an option in the menu for gimbal lock. Trust me, we would appreciate it. The other thing that I really wish DJI would include, that bird was moving. Yo, is a way to adjust the autofocus settings in here. As it stands, there's only single point, continuous, and product mode, okay? Which is fine for most people, but again, some of us snobs need more control in that. So an option to be able to adjust how sensitive it is when acquiring new subjects, a way to adjust the transition speed once it does acquire focus, so it's not like a snap-on effect and it doesn't look super digital, would be dope, DJI. Getting real sweaty out here. My last two issues with the Osmo Pocket 3 have to deal with exposure, okay? Now, I know majority of people just turn on the Osmo Pocket 3, leave it in auto, let that sucker rip. There's nothing wrong with that. I use it like that sometimes too, but the majority of the time, I have the Osmo Pocket 3 in manual mode because I want to control my exposure to get the best image quality. I'm glad we have a little exposure meter in the upper right-hand corner that gives us an idea of how under or overexposed we are. But the moment I need to make changes, I have to leave off the main screen and go into another screen to see what my shutter speed or ISO are and to change them. DJI, please give us an option to see what those are on the main screen without leaving off the main screen. And I would even sacrifice some screen real estate to be able to make those adjustments on the main screen without needing to leave off of it, okay? The other thing is in regard to ISO steps, okay? Most cameras, let me make a small hand adjustment, hold on. Okay, most cameras give you ISO 100, 200, 320, 400, 640, 800, 1000, 1250, 1600, so on and so forth, okay? The Osmo Pocket 3 is missing a ton of those steps. For example, there's no 640, it's just 400 to 800. And let me tell you why this is important. Because, for example, if you're only using the DJI filters, y'all know that they only come in 16, 64, and 256. Not having all of these other ISO adjustments makes using these 3 ND filters more difficult because it's just a challenge to balance the exposure. Only being able to pick limited ISO ranges and only being able to have limited amounts of neutral density. So those are my two annoyances, and I feel like those would be super easy to fix through firmware. DJI, please, would you do that for us, please? Woo, bruh, it's hot outside, so sorry if y'all hear my air conditioning. Listen, I know I just fired off, 10 things I wish that DJI would update with the Osmo Pocket 3, but I also don't want this video to discourage you from buying one. I said it at the beginning, I still say it now, 20 videos later, I think the Osmo Pocket 3 is one of the best cameras out. If you make any type of content, yo, you freaking need one. You need one. Everybody and their mama need one, okay? I know some of y'all gonna be in the comment section. Oh, Terry's only making sure to say how good of a camera it is after he's named all this negative stuff because he doesn't want DJI to pull the plug or sending him more free. Shut up. I just wish y'all would stop with this, okay? I genuinely love the Osmo Pocket 3. And DJI, if y'all could even give us half of this stuff that I talked about, it would take this camera from great to amazing. And these are things that people in the community, the Facebook forums, you know, my fellow creators, myself, these are things that people really want to see. So please, DJI, please listen to us and give us stuff, which I know y'all will because y'all do all the time. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you want more on the Osmo Pocket 3, I got a whole freaking playlist coming up right after this video. And make sure that you grab your Pocket 3 LUTs down in the description. Also, those do help support the channel, my family, and all that other good stuff. So I really appreciate y'all. Anyways, I'm out of here, Tyson Cherry Warfield. Piece of chicken grease. Much love, y'all. Peace.